Good morning. My name is Bumi Afolabi and I'm speaking on employment discrimination. The story of Colin Ruskin was reported in the Globe and Mail in August 2020. Colin relocated to Alberta from New Brunswick where he served time for armed robbery. It is pertinent to note for the purpose of this story that Collins has tattoos on his arms. He is a sound engineer whose business dried up due to COVID-19. Since then, he's been unable to find a job as employers ask for his criminal record when he gets past the interview stage. He has had to sell his music equipment worth $20,000 to support his family. What are the HR issues that are raised up by this? Basically, criminal conviction is not a protected ground for employment discrimination in Alberta and New Brunswick, as we have discussed during our HR course in the last couple of weeks. Protected grounds for discrimination cover 7 main areas, including gender, age, disability, and 3 others. They vary from province to province and are not static. However, we do have the exception that is called bona fide occupational requirements, which is a grounds that allows companies to legitimately discriminate on the basis of gender or any other criteria or any other ground. Unfortunately, this is not applicable here. An example of BFOR is in the female prisons, where the prison management is allowed to discriminate on the basis of gender by employing only female guards for obvious reasons. What is the impact on HR of discrimination based on criminal records? I dare say that in this scenario, it affects not just HR but society as well, as there are no winners and everyone really is a loser. Collins ran his own small business prior to COVID-19. For me, this should be sufficient proof of the change in his behavior. If employers actually wanted to be sure of the kind of character he now has, they should be asking for references from his current customers and not just looking to his criminal conviction. In addition to the issues around unemployment, there are associated mental health issues that this also brings up. Companies potentially lose good employees, and inevitably government has to bear the brunt of the issues that arise. As of August 2020, unemployment in Alberta was stated to be 11.8% according to the Globe and Mail. This also has a potential impact on children, as the people that are unemployed also has families similar to Collins. Now, how do we address these issues? My first question is, what is the difference between a criminal conviction in Alberta and British Columbia? Are the criminals different, or are the crimes that they commit different? The answer is no. So if that is the case, why can the prohibited ground of criminal conviction not be uniform across all provinces? I acknowledge that human rights legislation is a government function. However, I do believe that human rights practitioners can advocate for changes to be made in this regard as needed. I really think this is a cause that HR associations need to champion. My recommendations in this regard are as follows. CPHR, as an example of a professional body for human resources practitioners, should take up this as an advocacy cause. I don't see any reason why they cannot include advocacy as part of what they do. I acknowledge that it's a long journey, but I think that it is very doable. I believe that they need to speak up on the implications of the non-inclusion of criminal conviction as a prohibited ground in all provinces where they are present. This is a legacy that if they do, whatever the outcome, it will be remembered for many generations, and it will certainly go down in their favor. Thank you very much.